We recently took a trip to IKEA to get this pegboard. That was the only thing we were going to get. We ended up bringing home 2 dressers and a bookshelf for the living room as well. When we set up the shelf in the living room, we realized how big it made the NAS computer look, and we do have it in our living room. If you've seen our stream room, we can't fit anything else in there.
You know it's called the HAF, right? HAF doesn't stand for high airflow. It stands for huge as.
After already spending way too much money at IKEA, I immediately got on Newegg and ordered a new case for our NAS. We thought we would do something a little different with this one.
More like a challenge.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit something to help us get better as content creators as well. Break some old bad habits.
If you've watched our edited videos, you might think that we are pretty eloquent speakers. We don't use a lot of filler words, or so you would think because of the way I edit them. If you watch our streams, you will know we are very bad about saying, so, all right. All those words that you just kind of use to fill in your thoughts while you're trying to get out what you're saying. We thought we would give ourselves a challenge while switching the NAS internals over to the new case. Anytime either of us says a filler word like, so, all right, we have to switch. Do you start or do I start?
Ladies first.
All right.
Would you like me to lay this on its side for you?
I said all right.
And now that don't count. You ain't getting up that easy.
Well, we can take the door off.
Okay.
I know how to do that.
Or that one.
Have owned this computer case for
since 1932
over 10 years now. I'm very happy to be getting rid of this computer case as far as something actually on in our living room, because I have this fan controller in the front, which doesn't actually really work. It's just there. And it has red lights that shine in our face while we're watching TV. This case is so big that it actually comes with caster wheels on the bottom. Those came from the manufacturer. I came up with this idea, and now I feel like I'm good enough to not use filler words while recording, and you're just going to avoid it like the plague and make me do this whole thing myself.
No.
Probably the first 10 minutes we're going to be watching what we say.
As we get into it, we're just going to be like, shoot, almost.
Does that count?
Well, I was just doing that as an example.
Yeah, well, I think we should switch.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide if I'm ready to actually say goodbye to this case or not.
I mean, you've had it since 1918.
It's pretty sentimental, just like my thermal paste spatula.
All I'm doing is I'm removing these hard drives, putting the sleds back in, and then I'm going to lay it down.
Where should I put...
Is fuck a filler word?
No, I said, what's the next step?
The next step
graphics card
is going to be unplugging all of your power from your graphics card and your motherboard.
When I was using this computer as my main computer, I had 4 cats in my apartment. Might activate your allergies.
It's okay.
All right.
Out you go. Now I'm just going to be unplugging the 24 pins motherboard power, the CPU power. Pinch my finger. I'll go ahead and take out the graphics card.
I upgraded this computer when I first started streaming, and that was in 2021. It was not in 2009, nor was it in 1981.
No, 1918 is when the case was made. So that way we can go ahead and get this off and get access to all of...
Excuse me, sir. I said so.
Oh. Okay. To get to the other 2 screws, you got to pop this fan off.
When I decided to start streaming back, like I said, it was around 2021, about a year after the pandemic started. I really wanted to build it myself. So I went on Newegg.
And you're out. You can keep telling the story though.
I did the PC parts builder thing. Computer parts were crazy expensive. And then I found out this particular board, in order to actually get it to work, you had to do a BIOS update. I got so frustrated and confused that I called up a local computer shop and I said, how much would it be to just replace these specific parts I bought? The funny thing was, he asked me what I planned to do with the old parts. And I said, I'm just gonna stick them in my closet. He offered me some amount off of the replacement of the parts. to keep the parts and put together a computer for his kid to play Minecraft. And I said, it's really funny that you want those parts for your kid to play Minecraft because I'm upgrading this computer so I can play Minecraft and stream it to people.
All right.
You're out.
And so is the motherboard.
This needs dusting.
We're gonna clean everything before we put it in there. The first custom computer that I built for myself was the one that I built on the channel. I've built a lot of custom computers for everybody else and friends and whatnot, but I never really had the money to do it. So I was one of those guys who says the word "so" inadvertently on accident. I was one of those guys who would buy the pre-builds.
That means I get to start on the new case. We're gonna go clean everything. I don't know if you saw the immense amount of dust on some of those items. Very disgusting. We will make sure we keep up with the new Corsair case, keeping it clean. Well, I know this is the most important part.
Absolutely it is.
Does this one need to come off?
Both of them do.
Oh, I didn't see it.
They're captive, so you don't have to keep spinning.
Safety and compliance information. It's blank.
You can throw that away. We don't need that. Yeah, that works.
Was there any particular reason we went with this case?
I think out of all of them that we looked at, we liked this one the most, and it wouldn't require a drastic change in the motherboard. Because there were a couple mini ITX and mini ATX cases that we did like, but then we'd have to buy all the parts. What do you think the next part is?
Put the motherboard in.
Yep.
I watched this really good YouTube video about how to build a computer. It was by Linus Tech Tips.
Linus doesn't know how to build computers. He has people do it for him now.
Definitely was not a Captain Warcrime of the war crimes. I might not have ever built my own computer, but I have helped, and I do know how computers be like.
And you've edited 2 full PC builds.
Yeah, which means I watched the videos about 4 times at least. This one's just on a tricky spot.
Would it be better to hit it with the magnetized bit?
No, I just need to get it in the hole. Which is also what he said. I feel like a dentist.
Suction.
Give me your teeth. Oh wait, that's fairies.
Yeah.
So possible option for the future
is for us to switch out because you started that sentence with the S word. It's time for thermal pasta.
I wish you would say the word. I've never done thermal pasta.
So?
Yeah. Do you have the spatula? I'll put a pea-sized amount in the middle. Big pea or little pea?
Medium size.
If I draw a pea on here, will you be mad?
Only if it's a capital.
We're back with the spatula. Does that look like a good amount?
Yeah, you don't want to be like the guys who put your computer together for you and put half a pound of thermal paste on there. Good. It's good. What's the next part?
First time. Now we put the cooler down on.
All right. And then what?
You said the all right word.
Did I? You know what's sad?
Seasonal depression.
Yeah, but 90% of my job is public speaking, and I don't use filler words when I'm out there talking to people.
Ooh, 90% of my job is I'm still trying to fill up my new shelf with things.
So if you have any ideas on what to fill our new shelf with, leave a comment down below. Said so if you have any new ideas.
Our
top left, bottom right are good, so you need to do bottom left and top right. No, so those are the tops of the heat pipes. Wow. Next up is RAM. Maybe I should have let you do this. Big old meat hands. Just dropping screws.
You know the words.
I know the words. Is it never going to give you up?
Never going to let you down.
Never going to run around?
Desert you. Is this going to be a Billy situation where we do this 3-4 times?
Next thing to do? Actually, look, does this have a fan hub on the back? No fan hub.
That sounded like a filler word to me.
I didn't say.
You said,
Oh. Should just pop off. There might be clips down at the bottom.
I was about to say, it feels a little more than just tension clips.
All right, so. Oh, sorry. It's important to remember when you're installing fans that faces suck.
We apologize to anyone in our audience who has
a face. I apologize for nothing. Your face sucks.
Only if you're a good fan.
But bum.
It's not too much left to do, right?
Nope. We gotta put the power supply in and then run everything, and we'll be good to go.
This is the case we built Billy's computer in, which is the Fractal North. Yeah, that one looks nice, and I like that in the white version as well. Which is, I think that was my first as well. Why'd I have to do it when you're tightening the hard screws? What's the next step? Plugging in all the fans?
I'll grab one of the other cables, whichever one.
I was gonna say it would probably be easier to do the motherboard since it's down lower.
No, it's just bent because it's been in one position for so long.
How I feel all the time after sitting at the computer. Did I put the correct side into the other one? We'll find out when it goes kaboom.
As long as we don't get any pops or magic blue smoke, we're fine.
Ooh, but magic blue smoke sounds fun. I'm gonna sit down and hope you don't say any filler words.
What if I just say one right now, just since you just sat down?
That'd be rude and uncalled for.
Okay, so I'll look it up. I was gonna have you look up the power switch. You remember what motherboard this is?
It's an Asus Strix 8550F gaming Wi-Fi.
B550.
Crazy how good my memory is on that.
Any direction. Then power LED negative is gonna go right next to it.
To the right?
Mm-hmm. Next to the power LED negative, you're going to put your power SW,
Up
power
and down?
switch. No, same plane.
I will say this is not the easiest case to work inside of because of its size and the fact that this doesn't come out.
Now you can stand it back up. We have to put the hard drive sled back in and put the hard drive sled all the way to the left as far as possible. I promise she's back there tightening the thumb screws, regardless of what that camera sees.
Watch your hand. How do these go into here?
The SATA ports and everything, you want facing the end that's at the end of the table. Yep. And then they just snap into place. I never understood the fad behind colored SATA cables like this. If anybody out there can answer that.
I'm still trying to figure out the pet rock.
That dude made so much money.
The Tamagotchi is just the Pokemon evolution of the pet rock.
You might be onto something.
What kind of people would a NAS be good for?
Ooh, that is a good question. Said people who could benefit from NAS content creators, somebody who's doing like a lot of projects at home, needs mass storage, something along those lines, but doesn't have the room in their tower for all the additional hard drives, video editing, video producers, music producers. Now we got to run the rest of those fans. So I guess I'll do it. Well, when you're dealing with anything Wi-Fi, it can obviously be intercepted, which is why our NAS is hardlined. What'd I say? Oh, there's your PWM splitter, so you're going to take those two up top.
Where's this one go?
I got to figure out how I want to run it, because it's going to go back behind the motherboard, but there's not a whole lot of room. We'll get this computer done before midnight, guys, I promise.
They don't care. They're not watching this at midnight.
Everything is spinning.
No pops. No blue
pops,
smoke.
no blue smoke.
And finished before midnight.
Not quite. Not quite done. I will leave the last step for you so that you could peel the last peel off on the glass.
Make sure I get my mic real close. So now that we're done.
Well, how do you feel?
No, I think that was fun. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it made both of us realize that we say so well, because, or whatever, a lot more than we actually realize.
I already knew that. I'm the one who edits most of the videos.
I know. But it's all done. We are no longer in the thermal take, huge as fuck case, or sorry, high airflow case.
We will get this set up into place, make sure that the NAS works and everything, and we'll probably just show you guys a few shots of what it looks like in its new home.
Yep.
If you like this kind of video and you have any suggestions for something else we should try, any kind of challenges, we are always up for a challenge. We love doing things like that.
Yep. Like, comment, subscribe.
Okay, love you, bye.